Hi and welcome to T10 Info TV SK channel. My name is Syed and here I am with the latest and updated news for Sunday, May 28, 2023. Kuwait to cancel residency permit of 2,400 expat teachers. Kuwaiti education authorities called on the Ministry of Interior to cancel the residency permit of about 2,400 expat teachers in the country. Local media reported among them 1,900 had their service terminated for being included in the plan, replacing them with Kuwaitis, in addition to 500 who submitted resignation requests. In order to avoid imposing fines or fees on non-Kuwaiti teachers whose service are terminated by the end of the current school year, the HR department at the Ministry of Education is eager to complete procedures as soon as possible. These procedures relate to settling their financial entitlement and cancelling their residence. According to report, the Kuwaiti Ministry of Interior will give expatriate teachers whose service have been terminated a period of 3 months to settle their entitlement and status as a whole in the country. In recent years, Kuwait has intensified its effort to create job opportunities for its citizens and replacing foreign employees as part of a policy Kuwaitization. Bill introduced in United States to hire foreign health workers on H1B Visa. The two US congressmen have introduced a bill to make it easier for the Department of Veteran Affairs to hire foreign employees on H1B visa when they cannot find a suitable applicant in the country. Introduced by Congresswomen Rashida and Delay Ramirez on Thursday, the Expanding Healthcare Provider for Veteran Act will help address the healthcare provider shortage in the US by allowing immigrant health workers who are H1B visa holders to offer the service that the veterans need. The bill designates the Department of Veterans Affairs and State Veterans Home as cap-exempt institution for the purpose of the H1B visa program. We have a duty to uphold our commitment to our veterans who are being affected by the health worker shortage in our nation. We can address this shortage with the immigrants in our communities who are ready and want to work but face so many hurdles to do so, said Congresswoman Ramirez, member of the House Committee on Veterans Affairs. China Select Committee of US House recommends making India part of NATO Plus. In a significant development ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the US, a powerful congressional committee has recommended strengthening NATO Plus by including India. Currently, NATO Plus 5 is a security arrangement that brings together NATO and 5 aligned nations Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Israel, and South Korea to boost global defense cooperation. Bringing India on board would facilitate seamless intelligence sharing between these countries, and India would access the latest military technology without much of a time lag. Cambodian king to visit India after 60 years. The king of Cambodia, Norodom Sihamoni, will be on a state visit to India from May 29 to 31 as the two nations mark their 78th anniversary of diplomatic relations. A state visit to India by the King of Cambodia is taking place after almost 6 decades, with the least one in 1963. This visit would mark the 70th anniversary of relation between India and Cambodia established in 1952. He would be accompanied by a 27-member high-level delegation including the Prime Minister of the Royal Palace, President of the Senate, Minister of Foreign Affairs and other officials. Surab Kumar, Secretary East, MEA, said in a media briefing on Friday. The last visit to Cambodia by the President of India was that of President Srimati Pratibha Patil in 2010. President Rajendra Prasad visited Cambodia in 1959. The visit of the King of Cambodia will commence in the morning on 30th May 2023 with the ceremonial guard of honor at the Rajpati Bhavan. He would then visit Rajghat to pay floral tribute, the Minister of External Affairs Secretary informed in the briefing. Philippine authorities warn of syndicate crime behind child beggar using QR code. A photo of a capital using a QR code went viral on social media, prompting a government body to warn about possibility of syndicate using street children to scam people. A netizen who ran into the boy said the beggar wiped out a QR code when told they had no coins report, Xinhua news agency reported. The netizen said in his Facebook post, "We laughed at first so we checked if the QR code works and it was real name after a certain Beverly." The National Anti-Poverty Commission has warned the public that a criminal syndicate might be behind the scheme. There are syndicates behind these activities. The syndicate haul these beggars in vans, deploy them in the street and collect them at night, NAPC Vice Chairperson Ronaldo Tamayo told local media. Tamayo said parents of children begging in the street could face a fine and not more than 2 years imprisonment if proven guilty. WWE Superstar Sami Zayn performs Umrah, shared experience and pictures. World Wrestling Entertainment superstar Sami Zayn has performed Umrah in the holy city of Makkah ahead of the WWE Night of Champions 2023 event in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and described it as the best experience of his life. Being in Saudi Arabia gave Sami Zayn an opportunity to make a pilgrimage to Makkah and complete his first Umrah. Taking to Twitter, shared picture of himself in an ihram, the garment worn to perform Umrah by men. Being a pro wrestler and being with WWE has taken me to place I never determined I would get to see and do things I never thought I would get to do, Samizen tweeted on Thursday midnight. He added, "It has provided me a life filled with incredible experience that I will cherish forever. This one is at the top of the list." His tweet has been retweeted over 6,500 times while garnering 2 million views and over 58,000 likes. Sami's real name, Rami Sebi, who was Syrian origin, was not allowed to visit Saudi Arabia until recently due to some conflicts between the two countries. Saudi Arabia has now renewed its diplomatic relationship with Syria. Telling truth in India can be a crime, Austrian lawmakers on BBC Modi document. The BBC documentary India. The Modi question was screened at the Parliament House in Australia on Wednesday, the same day on which Prime Minister Narendra Modi held bilateral talk with his Australian counterpart. This screening, which was organized by a group of lawmakers and activists, included Senator Jordan Steele John, David Showbridge, and Akashi Bhatt, daughter of former IPS officer Sanjeev Bhatt, among others. During the panel discussion, Senator David Showbridge said that telling the truth can be a crime in India and remarked that the documentary only shows a small glimpse of the experience that the people in the country go through. Akashi Bhatt, whose father submitted an affidavit alleging Modi's role in the riots, threw light upon the state of Gujarat during the period, adding that Muslims were mercilessly targeted during the program. Saudi Arabia Hajj guidelines for overseas pilgrims entering kingdom. Saudi Arabia has issued guidelines for overseas pilgrims entering kingdom for next month Islamic Hajj pilgrims, which is expected to start on Monday, June 26. The Ministry of Hajj and Umrah issued regulation for pilgrims visiting the kingdom and advice on prohibition and customs laws. These provisions are intended to ensure smooth pilgrimage. Pilgrims are required to carry all necessary official documents when they arrive at the airport to complete travel procedures. Furthermore, the ministry has instructed that any electronic device must be kept inside check-in baggage. The ministry has asked pilgrims to ensure that every piece of their luggage conforms to approved size to ensure acceptance. It is also recommended that unique identification tag to be affixed to each piece of luggage before it is shipped. United Arab Emirates Bur Dubai boat fire. No injuries reported. A boat had caught fire on Saturday morning at a seaport in Bur Dubai, officials said. No injuries were reported in the blaze, Dubai Civil Defense confirmed this afternoon. The Dubai Civil Defense Operations Center was notified at 9:06 am of the fire and first responders from Etihad Fire Station reached the site within 6 minutes. The magnitude of the fire, which occurred near a warehouse, was described as moderate. Accordingly, Al Karama Fire Station, Al Ras Fire Station, and the Maritime Rescue Center were mobilized for support to first responders. The field commander confirmed at 10 am the site was under the cooling phase. With no one hurt in the blaze, the site will be handed over to specialized authorities to investigate what caused the fire. That's all in today's headlines. Thanks for watching. If you want to receive more important headlines around the world, keep watching T10 Info TV SK channel by subscribing and hit the bell icon to receive notification.